slight issue. We've actually blocked that route. This looks like it's not blocked, but it actually very much is. Alright everybody, hello and welcome back to another episode on Good Company with me, Spacefish, and welcome back to our beautiful company here at the seaside. We are back for some work on our cassette player manufacturing. As you may remember, in the last episode, we actually set up a majority of the conveyor belt stuff, and we are now left today with having to take care of this part with a shortwave radio links, and, well, getting a courier going between the two areas, getting the materials over, getting the shortwave radio links back, and then slowly but surely just kind of, well, letting everything power up, letting all the materials flow through, and, well, hopefully everything will go well. I think at the end of the day there'll probably be some sort of thing where there will be some issue for us to solve, but overall hopefully it should be going fine. So very much looking forward to that, but just before we get started on that very thing, if you're new around here and if you do happen to enjoy this episode, please make sure to smash that subscribe button right down below. That would mean the absolute world to me. We're currently very well on our way to 1,000 subscribers, and every single person surely does help out a lot. With that out of the way though, let us go and get going on this part right here. So the plan being that we do kind of just move these things out from here, because, well, we had previously planned to move everything in via conveyors, but, well, unfortunately it's kind of turned out that that's going to be a bit more of a complicated endeavor than we thought it was going to be, because we're going to otherwise probably end up clogging something up, and we don't really too badly want that to happen. So what I guess we'll do is we'll go and grab a courier pallet, and we'll just let these guys work straight off of that, basically. So let's just place that there for the minute. Go to the move tool, and then we'll try and just kind of place this like that, so that they can very nicely and quickly access things. And then we should also decouple our camera before we go and hop back to our character again. There we are. So this is basically just going to be the courier pallets, and then we've got these things right here. Now, in general, yeah, so we're not using plastic parts here much at all. So in general, the thing actually is that we had this corner shelf here, but we need to, okay, so we need to move like metal and plastic through it too. Also, we still have plastic on this conveyor right here, which is not really where it's supposed to be, because we don't need any plastic here at all. So, you know, that being a bit of an issue. But yeah, so in general, you know, the plastic parts were kind of just a bit of an issue. And now, yeah, so thinking about it, the issue is that, of course, I mean, we can set some sort of capacity limit on this corner shelf, but once that capacity limit fills up, if the next thing for the thing to pick up from the conveyor belt is going to be plastic parts, you know, everything will just clog up here, the conveyor won't move anymore, so we'll just keep that to the materials for this. And, well, the plastic parts will have to move in separately. I'm just, like, double, triple checking that we didn't need them for anything else here in this production line, but overall, evidently, we don't. So, what is going to be essential right here is to actually make sure that we're not moving in plastic parts here anymore from that small shelving rack. Everything else, apparently, we haven't even, kind of a bit confused, but apparently we have not really moved in any metal or glass from here yet, which, by the way, we don't seem to be even ordering glass down here, which is evidently a bit of an issue. We can get rid of that sales order for the time being, I would say, but what we can add then is going to be a bit of glass, just like 3 stacks, and then on top of that, I mean, what else do we need right here? We need a bit of metal. And, well, the plastic sundries we're making down there, the simple circuits are coming out right here in the electronic parts. Actually, yeah, we can't put that on the courier pallet. I guess they'll have to grab that for themselves. Hopefully that'll be fine in terms of frequency. If that guy has to move over to actually grab the simple circuits, we'll see. And then the electronic parts. So the question kind of being, how do we organize the courier part? I suppose we're going to add a rule on this pallet for plastic parts. Now, this is logistics only. We don't want to make it sales or anything. And we're basically just going to store 3 stacks of that right there. And kind of feed that in through there as well. And then we can have the courier bring all the things over at once, basically, right? Because we do have the electronic parts here. We do have the metal here. That should all be fine. So all we need to do now is we need to actually go and make a courier route, which I have basically not done in about 3 bajillion years. Also, I think that's an old issue, to be honest. In general, though, we will need to create a new route, and we will add this courier pallet, and then that one. So this is the one, of course, where you can see where we have the plastic parts, where we have the metal, and then we'll bring it over right there. The other topic being, though, that we also need to bring something back. So that's going to be interesting. In general, I don't think we were, like, supposed to add or remove anything in terms of what materials he's actually supposed to carry here, because the game will kind of just find out for itself based on the demands of the other courier pallets. Now, the thing is, this thing would actually not be too suboptimally placed in terms of just chucking the materials out to there. Why do we have circuit boards on this one? I have got no clue. Question sort of being, maybe we make him bring it back to this one just to make sure we've got the space. So if we go back to the courier routes, we have got, well, this one right here, to be honest. We even have a person on that one. Doesn't seem like there's a proper connection going, though. Wait, did we actually mess something up in terms of a courier route, or is this just like... I mean, is this being displayed after the fact? Why is this one not? Do we change something up here in the way that we're making the stuff for... So this guy's supposed to take things down here, move through like here, blah blah blah, up here through there, I guess, then around here. I mean, the path is there. Why is it telling us that there's the route is blocked? Yeah, but why is the exclamation mark over that courier pallet right there? I don't get it. The route's supposed to be from here to here, and that route shouldn't be blocked. You can go right here, all the way through here. That path is... Oh, this is actually blocked. Oh, that is actually blocked. Oopsie. Woo! Slight issue. Slight issue. We've actually blocked that route. This looks like it's not blocked, but it actually very much is. We should be able to fix that, though, in general, shouldn't we? We do need to kind of finagle some things around. Okay, let's maybe fix the courier route real quick. I don't want to run into a situation where our research is just, like, stuck, I guess. So, we're going to dump a bunch of our inventory right here, and that's another big shelving rack just filled. Always great. And then... Oh, there's like so much stuff on this. Oh boy. Okay. Moving that is actually going to be a bit of a pain, to be honest. We do not have even remotely the inventory space currently. So what we're going to do, just going to smash another big shelving rack right bang on into the middle right there. And throw all the things in there that we don't need. Now, about these programmable circuits, I'm not quite sure we can really put them back on there easily after the fact, but we'll kind of have to see. Now, all this other stuff I don't seem to be able to access. Well, on the conveyor end, I mean, not fully. Okay, anyways, let's do this. Boop. That thing can stay on there, I don't mind. Then, we go and deconstruct part of this. Put that, like, here instead. Put this thing right there. Which, by the way, doesn't make any sense that this thing's shorter than that thing, does it? I guess that thing is going. Let's kind of make that a bit longer, shall we? We're just going to make that a M overhead transporter as well, just like the other. Makes a lot more sense to me, just checking there the orientation of the entire thing, and then we will have to tear this thing down here. And, wow. That's a lot of programmable circuits, to be honest. Gonna have to see what we do with all these. But then we do that, and that should kind of unlock courier out again, because now in my book he could pick things up here, move through here, move through that door, go like through here, then like through this piece right there, all the way around here, blah 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 blah. Still a very freaking long ass way, but it works. If it works, it works. Now in terms of this, yeah, that's what I'd kind of feared, I guess. It's not really like we can put all the stuff just back. We can put some pieces here on the conveyor end and stuff, but maybe we can just squeeze things in somewhat. Let's see. I guess that works. We're just going to keep throwing things on there. Boop. And there we go. Cool. So that's that fixed, and that should hopefully... Yep. Exclamation mark's gone. That fixes our courier out right here. As you can see, just the path that I had imagined, he is now taking. So that is beautiful. Now, now I'm a bit confused, because what in the... Oh, wait. No, what? Ah, no, that's the pallets. Right, that's the other courier route. Okay, clear. So that's our other courier route. We will go and add a courier pallet to this one, which will be courier pallet 9, because that is where we will place the output product at the end. Now, with that said, first thing that we will have to actually set up is going to be the logistics right here, which means the inputs for this stuff. And then we'll basically set this as the output. Nah. Thank you. Output right here too, so that thing is basically already taken care of. That thing's flowing back into there, and then the output of that is flowing into here. The only thing that we do need to get rid of here is the simple circuits, because that is going to come from right there. So if we have a look here, the simple circuits being pulled from that corner shelf, the electronic parts are coming from down here, the plastic sundries are coming from down there, and it's putting the shortwave radio links back into there. Then we have got the metal coming in like that, we have got the plastic parts coming in like that, and it's all beautiful and fine. What we're going to do then is we're going to go and increase kind of the stack sizes of some of these things and just double them, and we're going to probably just triple the stack size of the shortwave radio links, you know, and then we'll kind of just see and work with it. I think overall it should hopefully be quite fine. The other topic being just how many can we store here of the simple circuits. We can make it 40, so we will do that. Just use all the storage space that we have and be happy ever after. Now there does seem to be a bit of an issue with one of our courier routes, which is never too great. It doesn't tell me here, but I guess it does tell me there. There are not enough employees assigned to the courier route. That makes a lot of sense. We will go and fix that in just a second. Before we do that though, we will go and actually say that the shortwave radio link will come in from that courier pallet right there. And we'll make it a stack of like maybe, let's do 40, because what we can do, or let's make it 60. I don't really know what stack sizes we're going to be working with, like how much the courier at the end will kind of just carry over in one run. But you know, all in all, we can always just up the stack sizes here as well to make sure that we've got enough things for people to work with, and then we'll up the quantities of Keith 700C to the max as well to make sure that is all fine and beautiful. Now we will kind of just give them some more space as well, I suppose, in terms of selling things. This part down there I wouldn't really use for anything other than selling out goods anyway, so that's quite fine to me. And that is pretty much that. We've got all the logistics here sorted. Kind of going to be the question if, like, this guy walking over all the time to get the simple circuits is going to be the greatest idea in the world. I mean, in general... No, in general, we can't really feed it down here with a conveyor belt, because otherwise we'll block things somewhat. And if I move up the courier pallet, would it lengthen? Yeah, no, let's not Tetris that further. I think we'll just take it like that and see if and how it works and hope that it works. And then we'll just kind of see how things work out. Now, in general, let's have a quick last look over if we have at least assigned some retrieval frequencies for all the things, that we haven't really forgotten anything anywhere for the conveyors. Because, you know, that's probably going to be one of the harder things to fix if we do have a mess up. There's going to be a lot of things to take off the conveyor belts, and just to clear up clogs and everything will be a bit of a pain. But overall, it looks like all these have retrievals. And then, God, we're going to spend so much money on materials in just a second here when we have things kind of just spooling up for us. It's going to be absolutely insane. But overall here, looks quite good to me. All these things do have some sort of retrievable frequency or another set. The only thing that we could realistically actually get rid of is this segment here with the corner shells. We could really just streamline that a good bit. Should we do that real quick? I mean, the frequency is also set here, isn't it? So this is 1050 and that's 1050. And I think we can just streamline that real quick. Save ourselves a bit of space. Save ourselves a few conveyor parts, and you know, just make things look a bit better also. So let's do that. That part, I guess, has to stay, but then we can just pull it right through like that. And there's no intermittent pickup processes and other stuff involved. I think that looks a lot cleaner. And if we ever need the space now, you know, we do have at least a little bit. And, well, now we don't really need that design anymore anyways. But, hey, you know, we've found some intuitive new ways of working with this conveyor stuff and ended up absolutely not needing it. Now, that said, we do have this courier outgoing. Let's go and add an employee to it. And Gabe here will take care of supplying us. And we will just get time playing and hope that things actually work out the way we had planned them to work out. And also, it would be quite interesting to see where Gabe actually spawned in. Who really knows? Gabe, where are you at, mate? I've got no clue. Oh, there he comes. Okay. Incoming. Well, these guys will have to wait for a second. Let's go and just fast forward things a bit. Kind of wait for everything to slowly but surely, hopefully, flow in. We'll see. What would be an interesting question to me, though, is how we are doing here on logistics employees. We've got 3. It does sound a bit short to me, given the amount of stuff we've got going. I mean, you've got to keep... We've got 8 out here, and we've got 3 right there. Let's add 1 person, alright? We'll just kind of, you know, hopefully make things a little better that way also in terms of, like, the setup now, because everything just kind of needs to get going. Otherwise, you know, the conveyors are starting to chuck out some materials. This one right here is still lacking them due to, well, lack of a logistics employees to take care of everything in the world at once, I guess, so we'll see. Hopefully in just a second that'll be fixed, or not. Why is there nobody bringing things to here? Oh, look at that. We have got an issue, do we? No, we don't. It's fine. This is all a sign. Okay. Was worried for a second. Didn't need to be. That should, yup, be getting processed. And there goes the first stack of metal. And eventually there will be a stack of plastic parts too, I hope. So that's all great and beautiful. Now, these lads out here do seem to have some metal, but nothing else, which is worrying to say the least, but could be at the end also kind of due to us not having... No. definitely something wrong there. I mean, you can see there's, for example, the plastic parts right there, and those we need right here, and you didn't pick them up, so... something misconfigured in the courier route, I guess. I wouldn't really be quite sure what. Because you can see here, for an output... oh. These are oh, we need to... oh, okay. I think we need to, on the courier palette, configure what is an output and an input? Do we? Oh, we need... do I need to make rules for all these things, basically? I think so, right? So I do, like, 2 stacks of logistics, only this, and I do... but, like, why does it work for metal? Is that really what I need to do? It does look a bit weird to me. Let's see if that changed anything. No, not really. How do I make these inputs again? I've not worked with this courier stuff for so long. I don't get why the metal is an input and the rest isn't. Let's see, what have we done with metal that we have not done with the other stuff? Yeah, but like this is kind of configured like that. So, okay, let's delete that connection and do that again, just manually bit by bit. Does that fix it? No, it doesn't. Help? What are we doing wrong here, everyone? I'm so confused. Aha! No. Do we need to do it here? I guess if we do this, right? What does this say? Where's my information? There was like an info box here just a second ago, wasn't there? Oh, there. Fill reserved inventory slots up to... pick up. Aha, so these are the logistic rules, right? So we are at 0% output, but an input of max 100%. So we don't want to have him pick up these things from us again, but he can happily input them. I think this is what we need to do, right? Let's confirm that it is before we go any further here with this. Courier routes. Aha! Look at that, and now it's an input. Okay, makes sense. There we go. That's beautiful. Do we need anything else to be an input, in fact? What do we have here? We don't want this to be an output. So what we need to do, I guess, is exclude that from being input or output whatsoever, right? In my mind, that should do that, so he's not going to take that away from us. Let's see. He's going to have to make another round before he actually comes back with a thing. Another thing, wait, one more thing that we need to configure is going to be the... oh, what was it? Shortwave radio links. Just to make sure, you know, but it does already say output max 100%. I don't want him to only pick up like half the stuff or something, because that seemed to be the default way things are configured. But I guess if you don't configure it at all and just auto-detects that as output, that works. So, let's see. Nope. Didn't freaking pick up a single friggin' thing. So what do I have these rules for now if it's not like... fill reserved inventory slots up to 100% of the total reserved space. If we look at the routes, maybe we need to configure these outputs too. I don't really freaking know. Right, let's look at these things logistically. We can have a max output of 100% on these. We can have a max output of 100% on that. And we can have a max output of 100% on this. Is that going to change anything? I'm not really sure. What is this separate arrow with 100%? Do I even want to know? Let's give him another attempt at it, I guess. This is quite annoying, to be honest. Why is this not working? Maybe we need to check out how the other thing is configured. Nope, there he goes. Oh, finally. Jesus Christ. I don't know what did it now, or if it just kind of the old command was still not triggered the way it was supposed to be or something, but he's doing things. So, you know, that's great. That's a start, honestly. I mean, Jesus Christ, that took us a long time to figure out. But all the things are rolling here in terms of the materials, I would say. And, well, it seems like everything's happily producing away. Things are still just slowly stacking up, and we don't have the first cases going yet and stuff. So there's still a minute or two of work to be done. Simple circuits are still slowly rolling off already, though. And well, everything right here seems to be working quite fine, too. We're just making the first... set of metal cases, it seems, and those are being happily handed on to then be manufactured here into the windowed cases, which seems quite beautiful too. The only issue I'm seeing here currently is that a few of these people don't have plastic parts, and a few of them actually don't have circuit boards. So that's something, I think, for us to take on in the next episode, and then we'll just kind of finish letting things run through, making sure that everything runs smoothly, selling off our first few products, and hopefully when we're happy, fingers crossed, we will move on to designing the next perfect product for ourselves. So very much looking forward to that. For today though, I'm going to end it off right here. I hope you all very much enjoyed this episode. As usual, of course, if you did, please make sure to smash that like button right down below for the YouTube algorithm. And if you're new around here and haven't done so just yet, also please consider subscribing right down below, as well as hitting that bell icon in order to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes. But with all that out of the way then, as usual everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will catch you in the next one very, very soon. Ciao.